tired, man, and I just really started laying back, and the doctor. Third week, man, and the last time I went before the doctor, they say I dropped 10 pounds. Now,
right, this from here too.
They say I dropped 10 pounds, but when I looked at myself, I was like, I can't tell.
That's okay.
So I'm still working at it.
Yeah.
God bless you, my brothers. All I can say, God bless you.
Well, I appreciate
it's good to
you,
be
man.
able to be on your studio and sitting in the studio, something I've never done before.
Okay.
But we can do it well. We kick it all the time.
Hey, hey, look, when people come on here, look, the good thing is they can feel comfortable because we just picking up where we left off in private. Now we just happen to be with the public, but this is how we kick it when we kick it anyway.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So it's all good, man. So I appreciate you, man, and you keep us posted on the things that you're doing with the book club and all that stuff like that, and all that, and we'll put it out there as best as we can. But again, we encourage you, to come on and we have a number of ministries in the church. Again, our church location is 521 Doughty Road in Pleasantville, New Jersey, right on the corner of Doughty Road and Church Street. And so been there for many years. And we're definitely a beacon in the community, and Bishop and Bishop Jerkins and Shepherd Mother Jerkins, they're definitely mainstays and beacons in our community. And they do a lot for the community, so we want to continue to just invite you, even if you want to come to our service, since you're sitting here. Our service time is 12 noon. Now I have a brother, a friend of mine who just lost his mom, and so I had to participate in the service last Saturday. And we were talking, and his mother knew, all my old homeboys, I knew their mothers, and all of their mothers would always take to me. And so he was telling me, he was like, man, my mother, she loved you, Hawk. She loved you, Hawk. She loved you, Hawk. And I said, yeah, no, I love it, because even when they went out of town and was still trying to get themselves together and all that, blah, 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 blah. I ain't always been Deacon Hawks, as you ain't always been Deacon Tony Donaldson.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But he was saying, she always said how much she, love me and care for me, this and that and the other and all that. So he said, Hawks, I'm definitely going. He just told me this Sunday. He said, I'm definitely going to come to your church, man. I said, man, you come on. I said, I'm going to hold you to that. And he said, I want you to hold it to me, because I'm definitely going to come visit your church. He said, what time do y'all start? I said, 12 o'clock. He said, 12 o'clock? That's late, man. I said, look, that's by design. I said, because that gives you time enough to get yourself together, roll over, go back to sleep, wake back up, wash the coal out of your eyes, and you can do all of that and still have breakfast, and then get there by 12 o'clock. So he said that makes sense.
Makes sense.
So for all of you that can't get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and 8 o'clock, look, come to our church at 12 noon, and we'll be ready and waiting for you with bells on, ready to praise the Lord.
God bless my brother.
All right, my brother. Yes, God bless you, man. You're listening to Deacon Tony Donaldson, and we're glad that he was able to visit, and we thank you for your contribution, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Take care. All right. Look, we've been going on and on and on, and we're not finished. We're going to be here till 6 o'clock this evening. So we're going to put some music on, give you the music that you love. We're right here on WEHA. Real quick, before I transition to the music, I got our IT guy. I'm going to go ahead and give him a couple seconds right quick and let him kind of talk about, because he can appreciate some of the stuff that we're doing in regards to the technical aspect of it, because this is what he do. Kaleem Shabazz, he mentioned earlier about three of our people that work behind the scenes. He mentioned, of course, Professor J. His name is Jared, Professor J, and also Super Steph Pfeiffer, and also Christian Eason, one of our production engineers. They all three of them started with me here at the station as interns. So I'm very proud of that fact that they were able to emerge, and now all three of them are doing their own thing in their own right, in addition to working here at WEHA, and all three of them went from intern to getting a paycheck. I think I liked it better when it was intern because it was free. But you know, you grow and you got to do what you got to do. Good to have you, Jared. Since you walked in the room, I want to just kind of talk to you. Just tell the people some of the things that their money is going for. You know, we reading off these donations, and there's people might be behind the scenes and saying, you know, what is my money to help to do? And I tell them about the antenna, but like you're working on the cameras, you go ahead and tell them.
Oh yeah, from a tech perspective, we're always trying to make sure we keep up and catch up, and with all of those things, money does go to it. So for example, even when it comes to you're watching us on Facebook, you're watching us on Twitch, you're watching us on YouTube, that takes technology to be able to stream onto multiple platforms at the same time. We have a radio app that you're able to download on Android and soon on iPhone as well. Pretty soon we're actually going to be having some of our shows be broadcast on iTunes as well. All of this stuff is made possible by listeners like you.
How the app, how do they download the app?
Well, if you're looking for us anywhere, you can find us by typing in "We Have Gospel." So if you're on a platform, no matter what that platform is, and you're trying to look for us, if you type in "We Have Gospel" or hashtag "We Have Gospel," or if you're on Cash App, $ We Have Gospel, you can find us very easily. Because remember, we're a Christ-centered, community-focused, listener-supported, and we have gospel.
Amen. So anything that pertains to getting in touch with us, or even just being in tune with us, you would just reference "We Have Gospel."
I actually just checked the Google AI. If you type in "We Have Gospel," it knows who we are.
Okay, and all of that is again a testament to what we do here behind the scenes. You might not you can turn on the radio a lot of times or social media and you just hear us and see us, but you might not understand what it really entails to operate a station. And the only reason why I wanted to bring that up, and Jared is definitely qualified to help us put this information out, because when we have a tech problem, when the antenna goes out or whatever we're dealing with from behind the scenes, the first call that we call is Jared, because that's what he does. He's IT, and you know, so he goes in, and if we're off the air, we put it off the air. And like anything technical, you have glitches here and there and all of that, and you need people that's qualified to do it. And again, these are people that started with me as interns, and now the Lord has raised them up, and they have certain expertise and all that are invaluable to a station like this. So it's not just flipping a switch.
May I add something?
Sure.
One of the things about being a great boss, which Deacon Hawks is the ability to recognize what talents people have. And that's one of the things that, I don't know if you've met Deacon Hawks, you know that he can see what you can do, and he's willing to work with you. Yes.
Well, you know something, I understand the significance of staying in my lane.
Yes.
So, you know, a good boss, if you will, understands the importance of being able to delegate. Just because I'm the owner or the general manager, whatever you want to call me, or this and that and the other. I always kind of pick my words, because at any time you might see me with a scrub brush, scrubbing the toilet. So I always pick my little titles very, very carefully. But sincerely, I have to recognize as being somebody that's in the forefront and being the head, that you're only as good as the people that you have surrounding that work with you. Oftentimes, I've been in business for over 35 years, and people say, how many people do you have working for you? And how many? I say, well, number one, let's clarify this right now. They don't work for me; they work with me. You know what I mean? Now, if somebody wants to get jazzy, okay, yeah, I signed your check. So then, you know what I mean, if you want to get jazzy about it. But by and large, if people are not willing to work with you, then, like one of the old saints used to say, they said, if you're a leader and you you don't have anybody following you, you're not a leader at all. You're just a man taking a walk. So I want to do more than just take a walk. We have a caller. WHA, you on the air?
El Presidente.
Oh man, bring out the band, man. This. Oh man, Pastor Hendricks.
Yes, sir. How are you?
God bless you, sir. It's so good to hear your voice.
Well, it's good to hear you, and to thank you and your wife for being blessing to us, and make sure that the gospel gets out over the air, plus all of the informational programs that you bring us.
I appreciate that, man. And before you even go any further, I want to congratulate you. Me and my wife, we had a wonderful time at your it was the 50th anniversary of Faith Baptist, right?
Yes, sir.
And we had a wonderful, wonderful time. And I just want to congratulate you and First Lady Hendricks and your daughter, Raina Hendricks, and all the good people at Faith Baptist. We were able to celebrate this milestone with you of 50 years, and we were able to celebrate your mortgage burning as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, we certainly thank you for your support and also your presence at both events.
Well, my sister is a member. My sister is a member, so that makes me what they call a friend of the ministry.
So that makes you a half a member.
Yeah, half a member. That's right. That's exactly right.
But your sister is a faithful member.
She's a faithful member, and you know something. I take that role. I take it very, very seriously because I acknowledge your church. I acknowledge your church and you, Pastor, because you've been in the thicket of it for many, many years. But you're relatable. We can identify with you, and you're connected to the community. You avail your church and yourself and your family and your members in so many ways that benefit our community. And a lot of times, I think it may go unrecognized, especially when people are always putting these bad raps on the church and this and that and the other. They don't understand it's like churches like Faith Baptist that really, really hold down the community in so many ways, from your food giveaways to, just, availing your churches to families and just so many things that Faith Baptist has become synonymous with.
Thank you so much. One of the things that my pastor taught me was that the ministry is to the whole man. Yes, so
yes, sir.
When they're hungry, you have to feed them. And when they're sick, you have to visit them, pray for them.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. And so to help you continue the good work that your station does, we want to pledge on behalf of the church $250.
Oh, God bless you. God bless you.
And from my wife and I, we want to pledge $100.
Oh, Lord, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. And it's funny, while you on the air, somebody just walked in our door. He didn't walk into the studio yet. Bishop Johnson just walked in.
My brother.
Yeah. He sees I see him. I got Pastor Hendricks on the phone, Bishop. Hey, well, God bless you. Hey, look. I'm gonna be honest with you now. This is like an inside joke, but I'm gonna go here. I feel special today because Pastor Hendricks, he doesn't do radio.
You're absolutely correct.
So for him to call
in, I prayed before I called.
He called it. I got your good friend and brother on the line right now.
Did he put my donation in for him?
That's my brother. That's my brother.
He said, did you put his donation in for you? Sit down, Bishop Johnson. Bishop Johnson said, did you put his donation in for him?
Tell him it's just like we did when we was in office. He does his part and I do mine.
He said it's just like when y'all was in office. You do your part and he does his. Bishop, Pastor Hendricks, thank you so much, man. And
God bless you,
tell you
continued success.
we appreciate you so much, man. And tell your whole family and congregation, please let them know how much we appreciate them. Okay.
I certainly will. God bless you.
Well, I got you. I'm sorry. When is your next food giveaway? Because we've been naming off. This coming Saturday, Faith Baptist. What time, Pastor?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not this. Wait a minute. Let me make sure. Hold on.
No, go ahead. As we get Bishop Johnson mic'd up and everything, Pastor Hendricks is going to let us know. He gave us a donation of $250. And then from the church, and then $100 from him and his wife. Okay? All right.
Thank you for calling.
I was corrected. It's this Saturday.
This Saturday, Faith Baptist,
21st.
The 21st.
From 10 to 2.
From 10 to 2. Okay, so that's the food distribution at Faith Baptist. And give us the address of the location.
815 Tilton Road.
815. Everybody knows where Faith Baptist is, but just in case you don't know, if you want to send somebody or something like that who's in need of food, 815 Tilton Road, and everybody is welcome. They have parking and all of that good stuff where you can come and and feel comfortable, and you have good people, and not only if you want to get food, but if you want to get a prayer as well.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely.
And so they're not just talking about it, they're being about it. So we thank God for the beacon that Faith Baptist is, and also the pastor, our good friend and brother, Pastor Hendricks, Milton Hendricks, and his lovely wife and daughter, Raina Hendricks, who's a dynamo in the ministry in her own right. And so we thank God for her and all the good people. I know most of them, so you know what I mean. So I always feel at home when I'm at Faith Baptist. So once again, thank you, Pastor, and please let your congregation know how much WEHA appreciates the seed of love that they planted here in this part of the vineyard.
Certainly will. God bless you, my brother.
God bless you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. So that was, once again, Pastor Milton L. Hendricks, senior pastor of the Faith Baptist Church located in Pleasantville, 815 Tilton Road in Pleasantville. And as a matter of fact, if you missed that, pass it on that they're doing their their food giveaway distribution. I believe they do it monthly, I believe. And it's this Saturday. If I'm saying it wrong, please let me know. But I believe it's monthly. But it's this Saturday, and you can come out there and get food if you need it. Look, let me tell you something. We've named about 3 or 4 places, including we have Bishop Wandell Johnson, a good friend and brother of this station as well. He does a food distribution. We'll talk more about that while he's sitting here on Wednesdays. We want you to utilize these resources. In our community, we're blessed to have these beacons of light that don't mind availing themselves to the community, to families, and all of that. And a lot of times, some people may feel kind of a certain way about utilizing these resources, knowing full well that you need it. You know what I mean? And so that's what they're for. So you don't have to feel ashamed. You don't have to, no. When you didn't need it, you didn't need it. But now if you need it, take it full advantage of it, because that's what it's there for. And what I love about all of these ministries, they're doing it from their heart. They're doing it. They're a part of God. Of God's mandate to us. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. So they're answering a clarion call, if you will, to just really just whatever your hands find to do it. And that's why I applaud these ministries. That's why we talk about these ministries on the radio. That's why we endorse these ministries on the radio, because we know them. We know these people. We know these churches. We know the Grace Grace Temples and Grace Families and the Faith Baptists and New Mount Calvary and Westminster and all of the ones that have these food programs. We know these. These are our families. These are our friends. This is our community. So we want you to, if you don't need it, tell somebody else about it too that do need it. We don't want to see anybody hungry. We don't want to see anybody without food. You know, people who have children and all that good stuff and this and that and the other. We want them to know that there's a resource and there's a community of churches out here, particularly in a day, and then I'll move on to something else, but particularly in a day and time when churches are under attack. And people, you know, on YouTube are talking slanderous about churches and all of this stuff, and what are we doing with the money and this and that and the other and all of that. Hey, well, you got some prime examples right here in your own backyard who are availing themselves not only just to the things of the gospel, but which is a part of the gospel, but the things of community and humanity. And for that, I think it should be recognized. I think it should be celebrated and intentionally talked about. We don't have to sneak around the corner and whisper about it. No. Take a good look. You got some churches around here, and I'm being redundant, that you have churches around here that are really, really about their Father's business, and I thank God for them. Bishop Johnson, my good friend and brother, come closer to the mic, sir.
Bless you.
Now, is that a cane or is that your putter? God bless you, sir. How are you today?
Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. You've got me following my good friend and brother,
Reverend Hendricks.
Reverend Hendricks.
Yeah.
I didn't plan to come. I was in the car, and I was tuned to the station, and they mentioned that this is the time that you have your giveaway, you're asking for donations. And I was taking my wife to get her beauty stuff done. And I said, I'm going to run over and spread some seed over to the radio station.
Amen.
And so this was all impromptu. I didn't set this in the budget. I just reached into the budget pocket and pulled out a few dollars and said, I'm going to go over. And my wife does, that's what she usually do. Well, whatever you want to do is all right with me. So I know that the last time you had the pledges and the people contribute, and my finance was spread so thin, I had to ask for a payment plan.
I'm laughing, but I remember that.
So I came in with the widow's mite. And so I'm starting my pledge off with $100.
Amen.
And I'm going to go back and cry tears and see if I can get some contributors to kind of help me out. And I'm going to tell them that I put a down payment on the pledge. So,
Bishop, look, I love this guy right here, man. He's not only a senior pastor and a father in the gospel in this area and everything, but he's my personal friend. And I can say that with most of the pastors here, they're my personal friends. But he's also one of my golf buddies. You know, I haven't been able to play last year because of my foot injury and everything. But Bishop Johnson, he will get out there in the snow, and I ain't trying to know. You can't even see the ball in the snow, but he'll be out there when it's flurrying and all of that. And but he is in all seriousness, and that's serious too. He will go out there in the flurries and hit the golf ball, and I don't know what that's all about. And look, and we helped get him started, and now he'll be out there. He goes to Delaware and all, plays with different people, and in Florida and all of that stuff like that. So anyway, I can't keep up with him, but I thank God for Bishop Johnson, because he really, like he was telling the story about payment plan, all that stuff like that. He is a consummate supporter, not only of this station, but I love him because he's a consummate supporter of the community. He's at everybody's service. He's at everybody's function. And of course, when we go to these services and these functions, each one of them costs money. You know what I mean? And for him to avail himself, as we do as well, so we understand the concept of giving and all of that, and this and that and the other, but it does come with a cost. So that's why we pray for one another, that the Lord might bless you and continue to sustain you, because we know, look, that you're planting seeds everywhere you go.
Well, I have an inside track. I'd say that my Father, God, I'm his spoiled child. And so I know that he always, sometimes hang me out on the edge and test my faith to make sure that I still have the strong faith that he's able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that I could ask or think. And sometimes I have to look up and say, hey, Lord, when? Because money gets thin. And situations have it that I am sometimes desperate for the next dollar. But then he may not come when you want him, but guess what? The Bible says that he's always there. He's going to be there for us. And Dorothy, people say he may not come when you want him, but he's an on-time God. Amen. And sometimes I asked him when, because money gets thin, and friends do too. And so he keeps me trusting. But I always know that whatever his will is, I may not see it when it's time, but when it's over, I look back and say, you know what? That was the will of God.
Amen.
Sometimes loss is a temporary step back for a blessing to come. So in trusting God, you may not be able to see it. You've got to trust him through the good times and the bad times.
Good word. That's right.
Because he's a God that will never fail.
Never.
And so I have been going through that roller coaster with him. And so when I was younger and went on a roller coaster ride, I first did not enjoy the ride. But then I learned that what goes up
was kind of must come down.
Yeah.
So just
and sometimes it goes all the way up, and you get jitters in your stomach, and you're looking down, and the distance is so far from the ground, and you just hold on. And as it gets closer to the ground, the road seems better, the ride seems better and better, and you're glad to hit the ground.
Amen.
So that's the way God has been treating me. And I look, and sometimes I look into the church, and the church is full. Then I say, oh, we're going to have a full church. And then the next Sunday, they all go on vacation. And I invite people to come. Oh, yeah, yes. And he tested my faith. And sometimes I look at the offering basket and I said, how are we going to make the budget? And he says, hold on.
Hold on.
And somehow, some way, he answers prayer in his time and works it out.
Testify.
And people call and says, I need a prayer. It's a sickness. And I said, God, I don't have the power to heal, but you do.
Yes.
Do it for us, Lord.
Yes.
And he steps right in on time.
Amen.
And they go out with a testimony about somebody prayed for me.
Yes.
Had me on their mind.
Yeah, took the time.
And they took the time to pray. And they come back and testify. I just got to testify.
All right, Bishop.
And so sometimes, even in our act of kindness of giving to others, God then steps in and blesses us because we were willing to give. Some folks hold a dime. like my mama used to say, I hold a penny till it holler. But,
That's good.
but trusting God is what this is all about.
Yes.
Right.
And
That's right.
you're in the business to allow people to reach out and grab faith. Perhaps because not what you say, but of what someone that you've allowed to say says what God wants to say. And once that happens, God begins to bless. And I hope that I'm not in trouble. I was not supposed to stop here. I took my wife to get her nails done, and she was sitting there waiting, and I ran over here. I left my phone in the car, so when she has this little thing, it's okay for me to wait for her. But please don't ask her to wait for me.
Bishop, now y'all hear Bishop, he has this way of throwing these subtle shots out there. He did that to me on my 60th birthday. And he was supposed to get up there and just, say some stuff. You know how we do. We say some good stuff and this and that. He threw more shots at me about my golf game than anybody else up there. He had the people dying laughing and everything. But Bishop, we appreciate you so much, man, because I'm gonna tell you, it wasn't that you wasn't supposed to be here. This is honest truth. I can't make this up. I would have been disappointed if you hadn't stopped then. I didn't worry about calling you or anything like that because I knew Bishop Johnson was going to stop through. And that's kind of what, that's our relationship.
Yeah, right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So, but I also want to congratulate you as I congratulated Reverend Hendricks on their 50th church anniversary, but also want to congratulate you as well because you celebrated. Tell us about the milestone that we had an opportunity to come to recently.
Oh, yeah. It was my birthday celebration.
80th birthday, right?
My 80th birthday and my 59th birthday, wedding anniversary.
Yep.
And 45,
for the church.
Yes, I usually have my wife near me to be my bring.
Right.
So church anniversary is 47 years, and my wedding anniversary was 59 years, and my birthday was 80 years.
And I brought that up, well, number one, to say congratulations on all three, but I brought that up to just let you know, too, number one, me and Elaine had a wonderful time there, celebrating you. But I thank God because with the attendance, you had so many people there that recognize your labor down through the years and the people that you and Pastor Gloria are and how you avail yourself to so many people and the churches and the community and all of that. And it was an opportunity for all of us to come together and celebrate you and to say thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we had a wonderful time. And the food was good.
Let me throw in the food bank. You mentioned the food bank. We're the longest running food bank in the area. Mm-hmm. We started 1 year after the food bank actually became into existence here in South Jersey. Mm. And we were with them on all of their locations. Okay. And we are still there. We give food once a week.
Once a week, that's right.
So most food banks are only open once a month or twice a month. Mm-hmm. We have been serving the public for every 52 weeks of the year. Mm-hmm. And so it's been many times we don't have a budget for it. Mm-hmm. And so who the buck stops.
Sure.
But God always makes a way. Amen. And I thank God for the volunteers that come.
Sure.
And support. And because when we started, it was just myself and my wife running the food bank, picking up the food, distributing the food, gathering more food. And so, but God has been blessing us in that endeavor. And I thank all the people who have support. And they told me, in fact, I should be off by now. My voice is leaving me. I'm getting short of breath. But I thank God for all of you. And so God bless you, and continue to keep us in prayer.
Amen. Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate your donation. You've always been a supporter of this station, and the good thing about Bishop Johnson, he'll tell you the stuff you want to hear, and then he'll tell you the stuff you don't want to hear. And some of the stuff that he shared with me, I won't say to nobody. He on the golf course, we can talk like that, so he'll tell me, to be some things that I ain't trying to hear. But then he turns around and pats me on the back and said, "But be encouraged." I gotta go. All right.
Yes, sir.
I got to get some oxygen, and then I got to get to my wife. And so.
All right. Thank you, Bishop.
All right. So you've been listening to Bishop Wandell Johnson. What's the address of your church?
224
Shadeland Avenue.
224
Shadeland Avenue in Pleasantville. And we thank God for him. And also, you can go to his food bank, which is every Wednesday. And
300 Shadeland.
300 Shadeland Avenue, right next to the church, and you can go right there and pick up your provisions and food and all of that stuff like that. So we thank God for him. He's going to get some air, and but we thank him for stopping in. And he definitely can't be late from picking up Pastor Gloria, because then he's gonna have double trouble. Amen. Well, we thank God for you. We're going to go ahead and read the names again of the people that have given so far. And we have some money to come, and we have some more to come. And starting from this morning, bear with me a little bit. Okay, we've been on the air since 8 o'clock this morning, and so far we have Gary Fields from Gary's Restaurant. I was expecting him to come through today, but he couldn't. I guess he couldn't make it, but he gave us a donation of $350. And so Gary's Restaurant, we're thankful to him. Brother Elder Charles and Brenda Goddard, our brothers and sisters, and also co-laborers at EFC, they gave $350. Diron Aglaxanian, in memory of his father, Alex. They were one of my first customers, as a matter of fact, for Hawk Sanatorial, and he gave $500. Deacon Tony Donaldson, who you heard earlier, who sat with me and chat with me here on the radio for a little while, Deacon Tony Donaldson, $150. Brother Marvin and Sister Yvonne Royal, they also go to our church, EFC, $50. My sister, Ava McNair, $100. Pastor Moselle, he's on his sick bed, as a matter of fact, and he still counted not robbery to give us $100. We appreciate that. One of my old homies from Atlantic City since I was a kid, Jeffrey Foster, he gave $100. Thank God for him. Pastor Martin, the former pastor of Mount Pleasant Baptist Church, who now resides in Texas, him and First Lady Quinta Martin, $50. Pastor Donald Ashley, my friend and brother from Dover, Delaware, he gave $100. Bishop Michael Hayes, a good friend and brother of ours from Maryland. As a matter of fact, he's going to be in this area tomorrow preaching for Bishop John Gandy at Abundant Life at 7 p.m. for their 2-day revival. But he called in and he gave $100. We thank God for him and his wife as well. My pastor, me and Elaine's pastor, Lady Praise's pastor, Bishop Fred Jerkins, Bishop Dr. Fred Jerkins Jr. and Shepherd Mother Sylvia Jerkins gave $200, and Mother Jerkins called in on their behalf, and they gave $200. Thank God for them. Elder Adrian Rowe and Sister Rose Rowe of EFC, and our good friends and brother and sister, they gave $150. Sister Gail Drinks, a longtime supporter of the station, Sister Gail Drinks, on behalf of her brother, one of our former employees who transitioned, Brother Curtis Drinks, she gave $100 on his behalf in his memory. My son Chris Hawks, he called us from Pennsylvania. He's actually his business Father and Sons Moving, Hawks Moving Company. He was on a job in Pennsylvania, but he stopped everything to call in and bless us with $100 on there. Thank you, Chris. Calandra of Calandra's Catering, she's the mother of one of my grandsons. She called in and we talked with her for a minute. Real good food, and she does catering events and all of that. She gave $50. I got a call from Pastor Hendricks. If you didn't hear him, Pastor Milton L. Hendricks from Faith Baptist Church in Pleasantville, New Jersey, 815 Tilton Road, and his wife. He called in, had a chance to talk with him, and on behalf of him and his wife, they gave $100. And then also from their church, Faith Baptist Church, they gave $250. So we thank God so much for them. And as a matter of fact, they're doing their food giveaway distribution this Saturday, right at the church, 815 Tilton Road. Faith, everybody knows where Faith Baptist is, but if you don't know, it's 815 Tilton Road. So tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell somebody who can utilize this valuable resource that they will be convening at the church on this Saturday, and they can get food and provisions for that. So we thank God for Pastor Hendricks and his wife, $100, and Faith Baptist on behalf of their church, $250. We thank God for them. And then Bishop Johnson, Bishop Wandell Johnson, he just left, and we just finished talking to him on behalf of him and his wife and his church. They gave $100. Bishop Wandell Johnson, Pastor Gloria Johnson, his wife, and the good people of Grace Temple, $100. So we thank God for them. And then we had Kelsey and Kim Jackson. They're the owner of 3 locations. Kelsey and Kim's on Melrose Avenue. Kelsey and Kim on Melrose Avenue. Kelsey's Supper Club. Kelsey and Kim's on Melrose Avenue is called Kelsey and Kim's Southern Cuisine, and that's located on Melrose Avenue, uptown. They have that location. Then they have Kelsey's Supper Club, where you can hear good music and fine food and all of that. It's more of an evening experience, and they have that on Kentucky Avenue and Pacific. Kentucky and Pacific, they have that location, and their newest location, which I'm very happy about, is the one that me and my wife frequent probably the most these days, and that's the oceanfront location located in the flagship hotel in Atlantic City, and it overlooks the ocean and all that. It's just a gorgeous setting, and the ambiance is really wonderful. And they have that. So these are our good friends and our good brothers, our good sister and brother, and they have these 3 locations. They're black owned, and they are really representing not only just fine cuisine, but also from a cultural perspective. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing to see in their entrepreneurial endeavors. And we glean from each other a lot of times, him and his wife and me and my wife, and we'll talk and just kind of talk shop and everything about the highs and the lows of being in business and everything. But God gets all the glory. So I'm so very, very proud of them. But they donated, Kelsey and Kim donated $1,000. So we thank God for them. So I think we have some other people too.
That's our list.
That's our list. And then the next list, Michelle Stevenson, a Sister Girl.
It's all the way up to the back.
She came in early. She came in too. And let me get this list together. That was our list that we got. And we still have more coming in. And then Sister Girl, she came in around the 10 o'clock hour, and Michelle Stevenson, aka Sister Girl, she started off with $300. Kiva Cook, we're praying for you, Sister Kiva. She's down in Alabama, but she counted out robbery to give us $100. John Hart, my main man, he gave $75. Francine Stevenson, $50. Gloria Stevenson, $50. Marlene Tabernarade, $50, one of the Hawks employees. Milan Blackwell, $25. Melanie Blackwell, $25. Chris Hawks Jr., which is my grandson, but also Sister Garrel's godson. She gave $25 on his behalf, and also her other godson, which is also my grandson, Isaiah Hawks, $25. And then Travanda, her niece, $50. Zephaniah Johnson, $50, her other niece. One of our faithful long-time listeners and supporters from the beginning, Sister Deborah Dozier. I call her the queen of WEHA, because she rocks with us like that.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, and
I think
so
she sent a message in. She put a message in.
Okay, and but she gave us $25, and then on behalf of the late Barbara Randolph, who was one of our actual first field correspondents. She's the late wife of Councilman Sporty Randolph, and Sister Gail gave, in her memory, $50. Barbara Randolph, she was a jewel. And also Shayna Harris. Shayna Harris is two of my grandson's mom, and also, what's the name of her business?
Shea Cherie Creations.
Shea Cherie Creations. I told, if you didn't hear it, she made us these trays, Elaine. You have the dinner trays that you sit in front of you while you're eating, and she was able to put these labels on them. So she put on my tray Philadelphia Eagles, and the picture and all of that, and then she put on my wife's tray for Christmas. She had a picture of the Philadelphia Eagles, and then another half the other half said the Green Bay Packers. So it said Green Bay, because my wife is from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so it said Green Bay Packers by birth, and then it said Philadelphia Eagles by marriage. And so that was so creative.
Very creative.
Very creative.
Very well.
Yeah. And then she does other events.
T-shirts,
all of that stuff like
events.
that. Yeah, so she's doing her thing. So she blessed us with $50, and we appreciate that. And then Rudy Parrish, that's he's family. He blessed us with $20 on today. We thank God for him as well. Also, we have now Kaleem Shabazz, Councilman Kaleem Shabazz. He's the 3rd Ward Councilman in Atlantic City, but also he is the president of the Atlantic City chapter of the NAACP, and he came on today. And Curtis Lackland, who's also a member, but also the owner and founder of Lackland Insurance, he gave $500. Also, the NAACP Atlantic City branch, which Kaleem Shabazz is the president of, they gave $250. Kaleem Shabazz personally, on behalf of Kaleem Shabazz and his wife, Shabazz, have given $100. And then Councilman President, our good friend Sporty Randolph, Aaron Sporty Randolph, he's I believe in Florida right now, so he couldn't be here to come on, but he gave $100. And then Dr. John Regis, if you're just tuning in, he came on and dispensed some valuable information, and we had some great dialogue with him on today, but he gave $250. So we're moving right along, and
yes, we are.
We're thankful. And I know we have some other people that's going to call in and come in and all that stuff like that.
Calling.
Yeah.
So let them know if you're coming into the office, you might want to come in from the main street, because they are doing work on California Avenue. The office is located right on the corner of Main and California. We're at 1425 North Main. So if you come in from the Main Street entrance, you could pull right in. If you do California, you may do a detour and have to come around, because they're doing work on the California Avenue, the road. So again, come through the Main Street entrance, and we are excited to receive you. Again, we thank you all so much for the phone calls, the donations that are coming in, all the love, all the prayer, all the support. to sort of let us know that the work that's being done here at WEHA is not in vain. It is effective to the community. Okay. It is effective to the community. It is effective to the local churches and just the people, and that's what the objective is. That's what the goal is. So we're so thankful. And I know my husband had mentioned earlier, if you have a ministry where you have food bank or something of that nature, make sure you send that information over to us, and we will make sure to get that announcement out to the masses. So if you have a food bank giveaway once a month, once a week, or whatever it is, make sure to send us the information, and we will make sure to get that information out to the folks who are listening on the radio so that they could take advantage of the resources that are available to them. So again, in advance, we thank you, ma'am, and we thank you, sir, just for all your continued support.
Also, we have a donation that just came in as well, and this is from Sybil. We call her Pumpkin Jerkins, and she is our pastor, Bishop Jerkins' daughter, and Mother Jerkins' daughter, and she sent in a cash app of $50. So we thank God for her. Now she did she wished she could get the station where she lives way out there in Washington Township, I believe.
Would have to do it through her,
so you can go on the app. If you don't have the app, you can just go on to the Facebook page, which is We Have Gospel.
Yeah, well, right now we're live on Facebook.
Yeah.
So you can get it, but on a regular basis, if you just want the radio at your home, you can do it through our app, which is We Have Gospel, and that's on both Android or iPhone. You can download the app, or you can also go to our website, www.wehavegospel.com, and you can listen to the station through any of those means. Yes, so we encourage you to. And then if you're local, as we've been saying, because surprisingly some people just don't realize it, because I know a lot of older people, they put their radios on 88.7,
right,
and it does not move.
Right.
So if you're at 88.7 and your signal is going in and out, we are having some technical difficulties at the tower site, the antenna. And so part of this fundraiser is for that. Now that the weather has broken, we're just waiting on some approval so we can get a crew to go. I think my husband said some 200 feet.
It's actually 223 feet in the air. We have a tower site that's located in New Gretna, New Jersey, and normally if we have a technical issue, we're able to fix it right from the ground. Unfortunately, this time it's on the antenna itself, and again, that's 223 feet high. So with the inclement weather and all of that stuff, it's tough to get a tower crew up there. But to your earlier point, Lady Praise, that's what these monies go for. I mean, it goes for the day-to-day operations, but so much goes into, like, a lot of people, they may not know that your antenna and all of the radio apparatus is not located right here in the office.
Right.
It's off-site. So we have two antenna locations, one that's 223 feet in the air, located in New Gretna, New Jersey, and then we have another one that's 260 feet in the air in Pleasantville. So one is for the 88.7 FM, and then one is for the 100.3 FM. Unfortunately, the 88.7 is sick and afflicted right now.
Right. So if you can't tune in, please go to the 100.3.
Right, exactly.
Go to the 100. Not 103, but 100.3 FM, and you should be able to tune in and get the station and hear everything that's going on.
And then again, if all else fails,
and pass it on to your friends and your family.
And if all else
fails, I had someone ask me at choir rehearsal the other day.
And if all else fails, make sure that you let them know that they can go to the Facebook Live or download the app as well. And hopefully, prayerfully, we'll get this 88.7 back working too, because that's the main
Facebook Live,
station.
that's only for when someone's live, correct?
Well, it depends. It depends.
I mean, does it? Are we on Facebook Live? I don't think so.
No.
Because we
don't.
would get cut off.
Yeah, we get copyright or something
copyright
like that.
infringement.
Yep. So when we're doing a live show, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we're on Facebook Live.
But,
like now, we're on Facebook Live.
But if you download the WEHA app,
yes, that's real time.
That's real time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just like the radio. So you can download the WEHA. I don't think we talk enough about that app, though. You know, I don't think we talk enough about it, and we need people to really.
We have an announcement that tells you about the app.
Okay.
Yeah, the announcement.
Yeah, because we need to really make sure that people understand that even if they can't, because most people on the terrestrial radio, they can't get us like certain places, like Sister Pumpkin was saying she can't get us in Williamstown,
right.
whatever. But
if they go to 100.3, they'll get WRNB, I think it is.
Yeah, but you can get us on the app. I mean, if you download the app.
Yes, if you do the app, you can get us.
Yeah, you can have us.
Especially nowadays with the cars, you got your smart cars, your smartphones. Oftentimes, if I'm out of the area, I'll hook my app right up to my car.
Right.
So I'm still 100 miles. I'm up in Teaneck visiting my daughter, but I still have the radio station on because I'm able to do it through the app.
True story. I remember several years ago, Freddie Jerkins, he was on the air with us. No. He called in, and he was I think he was in China or Korea.
Oh, yeah, I remember
And he
that.
called in, and he was like amazed because he was actually talking to somebody who listened to the station from Korea or China or something like that. It was one of them, and he had called in. He was doing some kind of musical promotion out there or something at the time.
I think he was saying he was happy that he was able
to
log
get
in
it. Yep.
all the way from China.
Yeah, and also Bishop Parrish. They had some members, Bishop and Mother Parrish.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
In the military.
They was in the military, and they was
were
able to get
log
this.
into
Yeah, from overseas.
Apps from overseas. So it was, you hear the saying, no place like home.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just good to hear home.
They had a touch of home,
wherever you
right?
are
That's
abroad.
Right. That's right.
So that in itself, that is, we say a lot of things about social media in the negative, but in the positive, it has positives as well. So we're glad that we're able to reach thousands of miles away just because we do have the app and that ability for people to log in.
Absolutely. Well, a little bit about the station. We started the station in 2009, and we got our FCC approvals in 2009. And as a matter of fact, shout out to our daughter Priscilla, who's an attorney. She's an entertainment attorney and also intellectual properties. Yeah. And she was fresh out of law school, and I think this was one of the first cases that she worked on from a corporate standpoint.
She did everything.
She did everything.
Forming our nonprofit entity, doing all the legwork that consisted of, with also going over the contracts, making sure everything was good. And I mean, you're talking about hundreds and hundreds of pages of documents as it pertained to the FCC and
compliance. That's right.
Being compliant and just all kind of stuff. And freshly out of law school, she took that on and she handled it.
And my poor daughter, God bless her heart, she had to tolerate me throughout the whole process.
Amen. I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad
I'll say it. I admit it. And look, enough time has passed where she probably forgave me by now, but enough time has passed. But I'm not even going to front. I put her through the ringer because, we had to be in compliance every step of the way. So I would be like, okay, we're at the 50-yard line, but we didn't make a touchdown yet and all of that. Well, what about this or what about that? Because I don't know nothing, but what I mean. And she's just kind of going along with everything that I'm going and all the questions trying to get answered and this and that and the other. But she got it done, man, and
definitely got
she
it
was
done.
a valuable part of this process of getting WEHA compliant. Because again, it's not about just flipping a switch. You know what I mean? You have to be FCC compliant. So, we thank God for that. And all of the people that work with us down through the years. As a matter of fact, one of them just came in. Hopefully she comes in and chats with us. Is Dr. Thelma going to come in there? Okay, she's going to come in here and chat with us for a few minutes, and she's going to have a couple of things to talk about, but we were talking about her earlier and her contribution to the station since almost its inception.
Yeah, I think her show is one of the top shows.
Yeah.
People, what's your favorite show? Dr. Thelma Witherspoon.
Look, they
That's
definitely,
their favorite show.
They definitely, come on, we're going to greet Dr. Thelma Witherspoon.
I'm representing my mom.
Look, well, we're going to talk about you and your mom. We do it that way. Hey, I'm on this side of the mic right now, Dr. Thelma, okay? Right. She's used to being the interviewer, and right now she's being the interviewee.
Yeah.
But we thank God for her, and we were talking. She has a red mic.
Yes.
The red mic. Okay. That's the second one. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, we thank God. Welcome, Dr. Thelma. Let me let you catch your breath a little bit.
I got it.
And we're so glad to have you. And we were talking about you earlier in a couple of capacities. And it's funny that we didn't know if you were coming in or not, but you made your way here. Welcome.
Thank you.
And we thank God for you. And whatever show we're on, we always tell the story of how you got started with us. We'll talk about you first, then we're going to talk about your mother.
Yes.
How you got started. Tell them how you got started with WEHA In the Community with Dr. Thelma Witherspoon and First Lady Parrish.
17 years ago, you all gave me a call for an interview and said that you wanted to put me on trial, a 90-day trial. Thank you. A 90-day trial. And you could come back and tell me after the 90 days, that was it. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay. And Elaine and you came up with the name of the show, In the Community. And I like that because that's something that I love doing. Mm-hmm. And I started 17 years ago, and I'm still here.
What was your first show?
My first show was a doctor from California.
Yeah.
Okay.
A medical doctor that I had met from a member of my church, Sister Levita.
I think
it was her first cousin.
Yeah.
And we were at the park, Oscar McClinton Park. Mm-hmm. And she was up there. At that time, Shiloh Apostolic Church was having a cookout.
Yeah.
Or back to school. And she was there. Mm-hmm. I said, and we just started talking. I said, I need a guest for my first show.
Yeah.
And she agreed to come on the show, and that's how it all started.
And honestly, after that first show, I sort of knew, like, okay, Hawks, I think she's going to be good. We went through the 90-day process, but yeah, you were good.
Thank you. I love it. I really do. And I've grown since I've been here. I've grown. I did not have a background in radio. I could talk, but I didn't have a background in radio. Right. So I have grown a lot and met a lot of more people, expanded my network.
Yeah.
Well, what I love about your show, Dr. Thelma, and again, for a little bit more context of the backstory, we were just talking about our FCC evolving into the FCC, and our daughter keeping us in compliance because she's an attorney and all of that. Part of that mandate to be in compliance is we were mandated by the FCC to have a show that talked about a community for a half hour.
Right.
And when me and my wife was doing our praying and kind of doing all our considerations on if we wanted to go forward and if we wanted to kind of keep things going and everything, one of the things that came to us is, well, if we got this platform, we don't want to just keep it relegated to just one entity.
Right.
And our primary entity is spreading the gospel one song at a time, of course. But we said, well, wait a minute. There's a community aspect that we want to avail ourselves to, and it was self-imposed. Nobody made us do it or anything. So going back to the FCC compliance, but we had to give a community show for at least a half hour. We could put it on at 4 o'clock in the morning if we want to,
right? And
we only had to do it once a month.
That's true.
And so then when we identified Dr. Thelma Witherspoon, because as a matter of fact, we talked to 2 other people. And I asked each one of them about each other. Mm-hmm. and everybody, remember, it was 3 people, and I asked all 3 of them about each other, and I don't know if they knew about it or anything like that, but I was trying to vet different ones. And so we decided on Dr. Thelma Witherspoon. And like you said, we said, we'll give you a 90-day trial.
Right.
If we don't like you, thank you for your service. But if you don't like us, thank you very much. It was a two-way street.
Absolutely.
And what I love about your show is in these 17 years, just the different people and the different situations that you've had on your show. It's not one-dimensional. It's not all politics.
No.
It's not all health.
No.
You know what I mean? You might have somebody that wrote a book or you know, or just, it runs the gambit. I mean, and it's so gratifying. You're the consummate, I'll say this and I'll move on. You're the consummate community liaison. There's nobody else that we could have tapped or been blessed with that has their ear to the street and the community. Somebody was just here earlier, and they were saying that when Sister Girl was on and her aunt called
right.
and
she said her favorite show.
And we said, what's your favorite show? And she said, In the Community with Dr. Witherspoon. And she said all of her information that she gets. Now, as me being the general manager, the owner, and all that stuff like that, and this and that, I get the lion's share of my community information from you.
Wow.
You know what I mean? The lion's share. Where I'm going to hear from, because you often say, too, and I'm going to let you speak, they don't have the TV show here no more. What was that?
Channel 40.
They don't have Channel 40 anymore or whatever. So if I want to know what's going on in terms of health screenings or walks or labor getting a job and all of this stuff like that and training sessions and this and that. Now, these are all the guests that Dr. Thelma bring on, and they recruit the people that come on. We don't get the guests. She gets her own guests, her and First Lady Parrish, and all of that.
Thelma, and I've seen her do it firsthand before, even before she does her segment with the guests, she starts off with her information piece. And I've seen her with her newspaper, and she's highlighting, this is going on, this, and then, so that takes time. If you don't have someone doing it for you, you take all that time, and then you give that to the community. And like you said, people actually tune in because they're listening, because like you said, we don't have TV 40 anymore, and it's easier for some people to simply tune into you and listen and hear what it is. So, I mean, you've definitely been a blessing down through the years.
It's been a blessing.
She's on for an hour. I tuned in Saturday. She's on for an hour. The first 20 to 25 minutes was her giving community announcements.
Exactly.
Well, my mom was a little late. That's why I went on.
Yeah.
I had to make up.
You made up. Your mother did a tremendous job.
To the library for the expungement. I mean, she gets all of it. It's a blessing.
Go ahead, Dr.
And I wanted to thank you also because you introduced me to Fran Kuhn. For Atlantic County Workforce Development, and they bring a wealth of information. And he was asked, "Why are you doing it?" He said, "It's a good avenue for me to get the information out to people," and so that's been a blessing because it has broadened. The network of knowledge and resources.
And then you got Rodney Finks.
Rodney,
I get at least 3 to 4 to 5 emails from him, but it's with good information for the community.
Absolutely.
So it was a good partnership.
Absolutely.
Good partnership.
So we appreciate everything that you do and continue to do. And I'm glad, and I say this to not just you, but all of those that have availed themselves in some way here at the station. I've watch all of y'all grow in your own right.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now you're a representative. You can tell them Hamilton Township.
Hamilton Township Committee woman.
And all of that stuff. You were doing stuff even before all of that.
Absolutely.
But that's just a part of your resume. But your resume continues to flourish. And even now that you're senior pastor of Westminster Christian Worship Center, we was talking about that there in the food bank that you have as well, and along with others. So we want you to talk about that too. Go ahead. You say what's on your mind.
Well, what do you want me to talk about?
Let's transition. We talked about you for a while,
right?
But you came in here because y'all have the wonderful legacy event, I call it. and that's in the thing of the annual prayer breakfast.
Right.
And so I know you came in to represent your mother.
Yes.
I wish you would have came here too. But I heard her Saturday, and she did a wonderful job.
Yeah, she's. You know, you have to remember my mom's 80.
No, I got it.
You know, and she can, and she's taking care of my dad.
No,
and,
I got it. But she did a wonderful job. If she's listening or not, but make sure you tell her I heard the whole show, and you know she's poised. You know what I mean? She's always poised and everything. She's direct, and you know she really, really just represents it in the best possible way. I will tell you this right quick. I told her, as I told First Lady Shepherd Mother Jerkins, I said, when you guys have these events, I said, the public loves y'all.
They do.
The public loves Pastor Juanita and Shepherd Mother Jerkins. Yeah. They love them. So, sometimes they want to kind of be in the background a little bit. No, they put them out there. They rather, a lot of people rather hear them than anybody else. I'm being respectful.
It's a lot of work.
Sure,
and, it's my mom had this vision, and my dad allowed her. Mm-hmm. He gave free range for her to do it 30 years ago.
Wow.
Over 30 years ago. You know, we started in a church basement.
Wow.
That's how it started.
That's how it started.
Wow.
Right, and then it grew.
Yeah.
And we started going to the Holiday Inn, then it was the Clarion, and then it was Sheraton.
Yeah.
And the reason why is they go to the Nugget, because Sheraton gave our date away.
Oh, wow.
That's how that happened.
Okay.
And, and some people will say, well, you're having a prayer breakfast at the casino. We don't really have places that are large enough to accommodate, what we do.
Right.
So that's the reason why it's there.
Yeah. Well, it's always very well attended.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Well, no matter where you have it, the Spirit of God always resonates in there.
Right.
And, and it's people would, for lack of a better word, people would throw shade when we moved out of the churches into hotels,
right?
And they had people would have stuff to say then,
right?
But look, where the presence, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there's liberty.
And Jesus went everywhere.
Look,
he didn't just stay in the synagogue and in the temples. He went everywhere.
And so we have these places, and I don't think anybody should be apprehensive about coming out to support, but also a good word. Good gospel music, good food, and it's just a good atmosphere. And one of the things I love about the prayer breakfast, your particular prayer breakfast, is when you go, you can dress up.
That's correct.
Because we like to get dressed sometimes. You know what I mean? I don't want to wear blue jeans to every function.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's okay, come as you are, but
people underestimate, that event.
Sure.
And well, of course, we accept anybody the way however you come, but it is a wonderful affair. It's semi-formal.
It's an affair, sure.
It's a wonderful affair. It's a fellowship, and we enjoy all of that. So we got people coming from everywhere, from Georgia, from North Carolina, Philadelphia. We got New York. We got people coming from everywhere, and the locals. People who have supported us down through the years, we really, really appreciate, them doing that.
Well, I know, too, that y'all have, if you want to come, or if you come and you want to stay overnight, you have special hotel rates, too.
Yeah, right? $110 a night.
Which is not bad at all.
It's not bad.
No,
on a Friday night.
On a Friday night, exactly.
On a Friday night, so that's a good rate.
If you're traveling from...
travel. And even local, because I heard you say Saturday. I hadn't thought about this. You might have some locals, like for instance, if me and you go, we're going, but when we go, for instance, we might not feel like going home. We might want to just hang out together. We do that from time to time. We got 43 years of marriage.
I know. I went to your beautiful 25th anniversary banquet at the Carriage House. I was glad to be in the number.
April 10th, you won't let us see it. It'll be 44 years.
Wow.
In April 10th, so time flies when you're in love. So I'll say that. that.
Yeah, well, you know, my parents would be married 64 years in May.
I already know.
May 14th would be 64 years.
But to the point, if you know, you could be local. You might not be from out of town. You might be local and say, look, you know, I just want to hang out. You know, and you can get a nice hotel room for $110.
Yeah, plus tax.
Plus tax.
Yeah.
Put her the ticket. Somebody just text me. $65, right?
$65.
Somebody just text her, yeah.
$65.
And we have a few left. Not money, but we have a few left.
Okay.
So
You know.
if you were thinking about it, make sure y'all get in touch with Marcus, Thelma, somebody in the Witherspoon
Or call
family.
the station. You know,
Call the station because we have people do that, and we'll make sure.
We know the facilitators. So
we have a few tickets left. So if you plan on going, you need to get them now before they sell out.
Yeah, and I tell people it's going to be crowded. It's going to be packed.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're working on my dad being there. I really don't know if it'll be too much for him or not, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We get everything has been. My mom's getting everything set for him to be there. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We're praying that he'll be there.
I used to tease your dad all the time because your dad is not just a father in the gospel to us, but he's one of my personal friends.
Right.
And so me and him would go and have lunch. From time to time, he would come over to the station, drive his Cadillac over there, and we'd go out and have lunch. And he would take me to this Vietnamese restaurant
In Egg Harbor Township.
Oh my God! and I'm sitting there with a smile on there, trying to pretend like I'm enjoying it. And there was some of the nastiest food I ever did.
And he loved it, right?
And he loves it. He got me eating some kind of broth with a tree branch in it and all of that stuff. But one time we were laughing, and this is just a testament to your mom and dad, not only their relationship, but their faith in God and this vision that they've had by way of the prayer breakfast. And we were there, and I think it was some kind of mix up then with the dates and all of that stuff like that when they were going to have the prayer breakfast, and she wanted it on one date and they couldn't do it that date or something like that. And it was just a big mix up. So me and him was out there talking. He's like, okay. He said, I don't know, Pastor Juanita, because of course him being the doting husband that he is and the supportive husband, he wants his wife to be accommodated like I would want my wife to be accommodated. And he's like, okay, I don't know, because and then he just looked at me and said, the water's too deep. He said, the water's too deep.
You sound just like him.
And so I'm sitting there, and he was laughing, but he was dead serious, and I was feeling him. This is the honest truth. He came back out to the station about a week later. No lie. He came about a week later and exchanged pleasantries and all of that. And we sitting there talking, drove in his Cadillac and this and that and the other. He said, okay. He said, my wife got everything that she had prayed for. They had turned her down. They had said, we gave away the date or whatever, this and that and the other. And she ended up getting everything that she wanted at the price she wanted.
And that's the testament of the faith.
And that's why I brought that up.
Yeah.
That's why I'm look, some things are just faith forced.
Right.
It's not, because you have this special aptitude or anything like that. We are still a people of faith.
Absolutely.
But I never forgot that, and it's funny. So then I turned it around and I said, okay, Bishop, I said, with all due respect, then we know who the real prophet in the family is. It's Pastor Juanita. But no, you have wonderful parents, and I'll let you continue to talk more about who's coming to the prayer breakfast and everything. But on a personal note, we think the world of them, and always have,
so much.
and think the world of them, and they always rock with us too. You know what I mean? And some things that they don't talk about it, they be about it. You know what I mean? And they've always endorsed us, throughout our career and everything that we've done from the inception. We've always could count on
Always
Bishop and Mother
encouraging
Witherspoon.
January made 50 years that the ministry was in operation.
Wow.
50 years.
Wow.
And we couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it's been that long. And that's like, where has the time gone, you know? And before the prayer breakfast, though, we used to have something called the Saints Affair.
Okay.
We used to do Saints Affairs.
Okay.
And then the prayer breakfast kind of took the place of the Saints Affairs.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so we used
Okay.
to do that, and we used to dress up and bring Bill Moss and the Celestials in, and you know, a whole lot of people would come in, and it's just been down through the years.
Yeah.
And they were trendsetters. I felt my parents were before their time.
Sure.
Before their time, but they were showing the young people another way that you could enjoy life.
Right.
And they
You
did.
didn't have to be in the street
Right.
to enjoy life. You could still enjoy
You could
life
still enjoy it right in the church.
right in the
Yes.
church.
Well, that's why I love, again, you know, not to be superficial or anything like that, or be shallow, but I like the idea of the prayer breakfast being able to come and dress up.
Right.
You know, it's a daytime event, but you know, but you're going out. You feel like you're going out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And again, the fellowship, and it normally becomes a big reunion.
Right, because you see people that you haven't seen in a
yes.
long time.
The first one you guys had after COVID, that one really seemed like a reunion because we had all been out of touch.
Was that
That's
when
true.
Rance Allen was there?
No,
No, he died during
yeah, he died during. He passed away during
then.
COVID.
Yeah, because I got pictures with him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, but yeah, no, but it's just been, and here's the thing about it. That is uniquely, and I say Westminster, but I'm saying the Witherspoons. That's the Witherspoons thing right there. You know what I mean? So you know me. Look. Often imitated, but never duplicated. You know what I mean? That's and that's why I was
original.
I was the original. Look. I was. They true to the game. They ain't new to the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But I say that in all sincerity, and that's why, because I know 1 or 2 years or something, because of the COVID or something, you didn't have it, of course, and we understood that. Couldn't have it. But I was so glad to see it come back. And and you mentioned the age of your parents, for instance. They can't do everything they used to do, so I was glad to see, you know, you guys, which you were always there, but just watching, all of y'all, the children, the next generation, for instance, kind of keep it going. And Marcus, he's taking the lead on
Right.
it. And as a matter of fact, he was supposed to call in.
He tried, and I don't know if
He's running all around.
Yeah, no.
We got guests and
Yeah,
running all around trying to tie up the loose ends. So
Yeah.
I told them I'll go, because I was at the house this morning to see my parents and see what my mom needed me to do. And, and so I said, I'll handle that. I'll go take care of
make
that.
sure you let him know that you represent it. If he's not listening, make sure that he knows that you represent it. Because that's why I
know you texted him.
Yeah, because I wanted him to come talk about this, but this is just as good that you're here, right here in person and everything. So tell us who is going to be some of the people that's going to, the preacher and the singers.
Well, the Witherspoon family will be opening up in song.
Sure.
Because a lot of people were asking for us to sing, so
Right,
we
'cause
are
you
going to
guys
do
weren't
that.
able to make it to the. Remember the families?
You're right, but we had a lot going on, and I tell people,
But we missed you guys.
We
were
wanted
like,
to be.
Yeah.
I came and brought my mom because we wanted to be there.
Right.
But it was very demanding. You had to be there every week.
Right.
And
rehearsals and
to the
It was a lot,
rehearsals and the meetings and. I tell people I'm an elected official, as you know.
Right.
So some of the days on Mondays they having the meetings, I'm at my township meeting. I can't say I'm calling out to go to a singing rehearsal.
Right.
And then one of my sisters live in Philadelphia, and then has some health issues going on. So we wanted to be at our best, and I said we can't make it. I said I can't do this.
Yeah.
Sure.
I called my mom. I said, Mom, it's a lot. And I said, we're not going to be able to participate.
I'm glad you told us that because we were not aware that you guys were going to be singing. So y'all heard it first, right?
Yeah, we're going to open it up.
Right.
Schools are opening up because that's not in the commercial.
No, because the people were asking for us to do it.
Yeah.
So then we said that we would. So I don't
Okay.
know if
That's
you
going
got.
to be wonderful. That's going to be a treat.
Looking forward to that.
You got somebody else coming in?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know if he's coming in.
Yeah,
But I just wanted to make sure that I did come here to the radio station and just bid you all Godspeed. I'm very happy to be a part. I consider this a family.
Absolutely.
The radio a family, and I love it. I was there when We got the first and second Stella.
Amen.
You know?
Amen. That's right. That's right.
Yes.
In
There you go,
Nashville,
we were there.
Nashville, Tennessee.
That's right. That's right.
At
That's
the
right.
Grand Ole Opera.
We sure were.
Yeah, that's the Presley, Minister Presley. He's
Okay.
going to be coming on. He's going to be coming
Hey,
on.
Reverend.
Okay,
Yeah.
how you doing? Yeah, so it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Well, we thank you for stopping in.
Yeah.
And
Yep, have a
how
seat
you
over
doing?
there.
yeah,
Hello.
yeah. We thank you for stopping in, and on behalf of the prayer breakfast, is there any? Oh, who's going to be the preacher?
Pastor Maurice Jackson out of Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, you've always
Dynamite.
always had some good.
You guys
preaching.
always be
Yeah.
like, where?
Well, I have to give that credit to my brother Marcus.
Okay.
Because he traveled with Rance for over
Okay.
25 years, and between our church, they have been bringing preachers in. My
Right.
dad
Right.
did that for years.
Yes.
Some of the best from
Yeah.
all around the country. He's also had that work with a lot of people, so he brought this preacher in. But he's Dynamite, a
Okay.
New Generation Church out of Columbus, Ohio, originally out of Chicago.
Okay.
We have Dee Morton, and they're coming to sing, and they're coming out of Atlanta, Georgia. And Little Sammy,
Okay.
and they're coming out of Philadelphia, and they
Wow.
got a
Little
bus
Sammy, and
load.
what is it?
Oh
The
my
floating
Lord!
something.
The Flying Clouds.
Flying clouds.
Little Sammy and the Flying
Little
Clouds.
Sammy and the flying clouds.
Clouds. They're coming in, and so it's just going to be a wonderful thing. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on all weekend. It's a lot going on all month.
It is.
But, God has who he wants, and it's going to be a good time. Most people, the prices of everything have gone up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Most people charge at least $150
They are. They
to
are.
come to an event
Absolutely.
because everything is going up.
Well, you know something, we I think we understand that it's not like we're buying dinner and it costs X amount of dollars. We're supporting the cause.
Right.
And it's about coming together and all of that. Everything, because me and my wife, we support everything. We
And you
support
do.
everybody, and we do. And we understand, look, we're not paying such and such a price for eggs.
No.
We're paying because we're supporting the cause, and that's how we're supposed to do as a community.
It's an event.
We're supposed to support each other, and
Absolutely.
we're supposed to be. And I was talking about this earlier, Dr. Thelma. We need to be intentional.
Right.
We need to be intentional because guess what? At the end of the day, it's just us.
All we have
It's just
is each
us.
other.
So it's no sense in us acting like everybody else is going to just come and support her, this and that and the other. My mother, God rest her soul, used to say, Papa might have and Mama might have, but
God bless the child that has his own.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just it. So we embody each other, we embrace one another, we celebrate one another. Even the support of the station, from the community, for those that give, those that may not even have to give, but they pray for us.
Absolutely.
It's all relevant and it's all necessary, and it has to be intentional because at the end of the day, we'll sit back and be like, well, what happened? Well, why is this gone? And why, they're not there no more, and they're not there anymore, and this and that and the other. Well, we didn't support one another, so
Right.
it's no mystery.
Listen, I tell people, and I know you have another capable person that's going to talk to you.
We're gonna talk to him in a minute.
I tell people that there's over 300,000 people close to living in Atlantic County.
Mm-hmm.
So God has enough people to go to everybody's event,
That's right.
and nobody will be. You know what I'm saying? So we don't get upset when other people have stuff because people can choose.
People choose.
Yeah, whatever they want to go, and God has the people for your event. He got the people for our event.
That's exactly
And we
right.
want everybody's event to be successful.
And
We want
that's what it's all about.
and that's what it's all
we
about.
want to see everybody win.
Everybody win, and so I want to thank you for this wonderful opportunity
Absolutely.
to come in and let me speak on behalf of my church and my family to let you know how much we support WEHA 88.7 100.3 FM. We have gospel, and I don't care how many people that have come after me. I'm still the
You
first.
the first. You the first. She the first. The first. And the best.
So thank you all.
Absolutely.
I just want to say before I sign off, I want to thank you and your wife for the wonderful opportunity. You saw something in me,
Yeah.
and you believed in me, and you gave me an opportunity to come here and to share. I really appreciate that, and I have grown And I look forward to it. I love it. People say, I just love it. And it's not work to me because I love what I do. So thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. And as I always say, I hope I make you proud.
Look, you've come so far from being that little redhead girl that I went to school with.
Now you telling my age. Now there you go. Now I don't mind because you know what? A lot of people they're not making it.
That's true.
And look,
they're not making it. They're not waking up.
I'm going to a homegoing on Friday. I won't say the name right now, but I'm going to a homegoing on Friday. One of our peers, and just like on and on and on and on and all that. So you're right. We can't take it for granted. You know what I mean?
Well, God bless you. Bid you Godspeed. Ella Presley's here, and I don't want to take up his time, but thank you for my time and being able to be here and to talk about the church, the radio station, my time here as a radio host. And I gotta say something about Lady Parrish.
Absolutely.
Because she's my co-host.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And she's taken our show to another level.
Yes.
With her, because I didn't have the flyers and all of that.
Sure.
Right.
The online presence.
And the online presence is all because of her and taking that. And I don't have to worry about sending the emails and confirming the people. I was doing all of that
by yourself. Yeah.
Right. She's been with me for 6 years.
Yeah.
It's been 6 years.
It's been 6 years. 6 years. So I wanted to say give a shout out to her. To Lady Parrish.
Give her a clap.
Right.
This clap for you.
Lady, she might not be listening, but
will you tell her we gave her a clap?
Yeah, because God knows she has.
As a matter of fact, I'm looking to hear from her husband soon too.
All right. Well, look, I'm not gonna keep saying, because you know how preachers though. I got one more thing to say. I'm about to close.
Tell them the date and the time of your next food bank.
Oh, the food bank is coming up on Wednesday, March the 25th. Mm-hmm. It's from 11 to 3.
Okay.
It's client's choice. People come early. We didn't used to give out numbers, but we started giving out numbers because what the people were doing was tying their bags to the fence. They would leave and then come back. They would leave and then come back and then jump in front of everybody else.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so we had to start giving numbers out. So
you need your number.
So you can come without you can be there without the number.
You want to be able to accommodate.
But we wanted to be able to accommodate, and we were having some issues. People saying, "Well, I'm standing in line. Where all these people come from?" Yeah. And they had everything, their bags or their carts, sitting there waiting for them 2 or 3 days in advance.
And they do need to bring their own bags, though, right?
Yeah, we have them, but we encourage people to bring their own reusable bags.
I have some bags to donate to you.
Thank you.
I only got about 1,000 in my garage.
All right, but we would love it.
To donate those.
Yeah, and we'll have it for people who don't have a bag.
Yeah, help us clean out this garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be on Wednesday, and I want to thank all of my volunteers.
Absolutely.
We have Stockton University that we have partnered with. They help us too. The youth, it's a win-win.
Sure.
Yes.
Because some of the youth needed hours to keep their scholarships.
We did that here.
Right. So it's a win-win for both. It works out. Plus everybody else that come and helps us. Yeah. All of the countless volunteers. So thank you so much for asking me about that today. Yeah. God bless you.
God bless you too, so and we thank you for everything. Okay, and we look forward to the prayer breakfast.
All right, we look to see you there. We're gonna have a shouting good time.
Okay,
we're gonna have a shouting good time. There's a whole lot of people are coming. If you need a ticket, you can call 609-457-7675. 609-457-7675.
And if you don't get it,
call the radio station.
Call the radio station.
It's 609-641-8870. And extension 2.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, radio 2.
So we look forward to the good thing is we know the principles of the place, so we look forward to me and Lady Praise's good seats. As we
you
do
always have a good seat. So
always,
don't you start that.
Like, where's Thelma?
And look, Dr. Thelma.
We have somebody else in charge of that. You can't do it all, but you'll be taken care of.
And look, you tell the person that's taking care of all that. Taking care of all that. And look,
I thank God I don't have to do everything.
Look, I don't want to hear from Deacon Hawkins. Where y'all got him? Because the first one he gonna call us. Where's Thelma?
Yeah, I know. It'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I am looking forward to it. You done
to it.
highlighted me with knowing that your family is singing tomorrow.
Yeah, we're open. We're on Saturday. We're opening up.
Yes,
Okay.
Saturday. Yes,
We're gonna open up. So now, if you're not there when we open up,
miss it. So
you're gonna miss it.
We make sure we're early.
All right.
Make sure we're there.
God bless
God
you.
bless you
All
as
right.
well.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
And congratulations again on
Take
your
care.
appointment in Hamilton Township Committee.
Yeah.
We were there for your swearing in.
Yes, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, we're proud of you.
That's right.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one.
All right,
All right,
take
God
care.
bless now.
Thank
All right.
you.
God bless.
All right, give our love to your parents too.
All right,
okay?
I will.
Tell your mother we enjoyed her on the air Saturday. I heard her.
I'll let her know.
Yeah.
I'll let her
Okay.
know.
God bless.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Dr. Presley, you move into her seat right there.
I'm in and out. Want to give our contribution?
Yeah, you come.
Quick lunch break.
Oh, you on lunch break?
Oh, you on lunch break?
Oh,
I
wow.
wasn't
Okay.
sure.
Yes,
Sorry.
sir.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna be in and out.
Well, first of all, let's know we have Elder James Presley with us on today, and he wears a number of hats.
A number of hats.
But right now, he's going to talk about the capacity in which he represents right now, and we're going to give him the floor. Thank you for coming, man. First of all,
Thank you so much to both of you for allowing
Thank
me to
you
come.
for your donation as well.
Absolutely. So we're coming today just to represent Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Atlantic City Alumni Chapter, and we wanted to come and bring our donation to you today because of all of the great help that you are and all of your service into the community. Should I say what it is, or?
no,
yeah,
absolutely.
you're good.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Absolutely.
on behalf of
But we're going to say it too.
Brother Clinkscale, Brother Collier, Brother Gaynor, as well as Paul Mark Presley, which is myself, we're representing, in the name of Kappa Alpha Psi, we are going to donate $500
All
to
right.
the
Thank you so much, man. Thank you
you.
so much.
Yes.
We
Thank you for all that
appreciate
you
it.
do, actually.
Yeah, and we appreciate everything that you do. We know that you're a limited time, but I do want to take the opportunity to thank the Kappas as a whole for everything that you represent in the community and for the culture. You guys are in the thicket, and I know you help. You know, when you give donations to the Kappas, it helps for scholarships and all of that in our community, and young people, you know, to go to college and further their education. So y'all do a lot of philanthropic work, and it's not gone unrecognized from us. So we appreciate our partnership, if you will.
Absolutely.
You know, rather than your golf outings that I've been able to be a part of, that I got in a couple of arguments
Been around
with.
for a while.
I'm giving you the tame version.
Absolutely.
Because look, because out in that golf course ain't nothing nice. I can't believe that. I mean, look, you got the preachers and deacons
Absolutely.
like straight up ready to tussle out there and all of that. But it's always good. But the cause, again, as we was talking with Dr. Thelma, it's not about the amount. It's about the cause that it represents.
Correct.
And it helps, and that's what I'm glad about. Go ahead.
Correct, and we appreciate it. And you guys help us, we help you.
Sure.
Yes.
That's the way it's supposed to be. You know, not
Absolutely.
me just have my own thing over here, and I want you to support me, and
Right.
there's no
That's right.
reciprocity. So we
That's
want
right.
to make sure we came today
Right.
to be a blessing, although it's not as large as it probably should be. But if
appreciate
everybody
it.
does a little,
Yes.
nobody, one person has to do a lot. So we just want to do our little part to try to
Amen.
show that we appreciate you.
Well, no,
it's
we appreciate
very
it.
much
man.
appreciated.
And you know, again, you know, this along with prayer, we can move mountains.
Amen.
You know what I mean? So, you know, some people can't give as much as others. Some people can give more. But we look at it all as a blessing. You
Thank
know
you.
what I
Yep.
mean? And so we thank you for your ongoing support, because
Yes.
every year y'all come
Every
in here
year you guys
representing.
show up.
And every year, whoever the representatives, whether it's Joey or Darren or you know, or whoever, it's always received so enthusiastically. It's always given so enthusiastically.
Yes.
And again, that means a lot to us personally, that not just what you do, but the spirit you do it in. So I know it's heartfelt, and we appreciate that. We don't take it for granted.
Amen.
So-
And then also,
Yeah, I was gonna say real quick, because I know you got to go. He gonna be a little late, y'all.
They don't know I left. Unless they listening.
So I want you to tell. I think my wife was going to bring it up. Tell us about the upcoming gala and all that it entails.
Absolutely. So Saturday, April the 11th, we will be hosting our 23rd anniversary and community service award gala for the Atlantic City Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi. At 6 p.m. we were starting at the Carriage House. Again, Saturday, April the 11th. We're going to also be the gala's at 7, cocktail hours at 6, the gala's at 7. 7 p.m. We're also going to be honoring a number of individuals from the community that have been a blessing, a tremendous blessing to the community. People from all walks of life are coming together in one room, and we're going to be honoring those individuals. They're being honored by categories, if I can share them real quick.
Yes.
Sure. Okay, so under business and community service, we will be honoring Mr. Michael Charlton, who is the president of Atlantic Care. Yours truly, Miss Elaine Hawks, is actually being honored as well. Mr. Thomas Jennings, Stephen Parker, Mr. George Worrell, and under Community Service Award, we'll be honoring Mr. Tyrell Jones, Miss Sydney Phoenix, I think everybody knows Sid, Mr. Theodore Sanchez, who happens to be my Providence Polemark and Regional Vice President of Kappa Alpha Psi, and also Miss Michelle Thomas Dublin. Under Educational Leadership and Community Service, we'll be honoring Miss Sonia Frazier, Dr. LaQuetta Small, who's the superintendent of Atlantic City, Miss Bridget D. White, I'm sure you guys know who that is, Miss Stacy Zakharoff, and the Faith-Based Community Service Award is going to Reverend Marion McLaurin and Dr. Ruby Washington.
Oh, wonderful.
Under Health and Community Service, it'll be Miss Tiana Wilder Coleman. Law Enforcement, Mr. Sean Riggins, I'm sure you guys know who that is as well. And then there's a Social Justice and Community Service Award special recognition that will be announced at the gala. So we're not releasing that name. That person will be in the room, we have confirmed, and that name will be announced at the gala. So it'll be a great surprise. We look forward to have a great time.
Yeah, well, I was one of the recipients a few years back.
2023.
Was it 2023?
Yes, sir.
And it was always first class. And it was really a nod to all of the people that do what they do in this community that sometimes goes unrecognized. And we don't do what we do for recognition, but when you are recognized, it's a
nice,
wonderful.
right.
It's just nice, you know what I mean? And I know that you have been instrumental in putting a lot of this together and everything. And as a matter of fact, the year that I received, you know, he had it where we got a Senate proclamation and
Congress
and Congress, you know what I mean? So, you know, as a matter of fact, they're displayed in my office prominently right now, you know what I mean? So, you know, look, at the end of the day, I felt like I was somebody, you know what I mean?
You are somebody.
I felt like I was somebody. But, you know, Hawks, you know, you got Senate proclamations and, you know what I mean? All that stuff like that. Yeah, that's me. But,
so are there still tickets available?
Yeah.
Yes.
Give people information on how they can get tickets.
So if you want to buy a table, first of all, contact me directly. You can reach out to me. I think everyone knows James Presley. I'm on Facebook if you can reach me there, or you can call me. There's also tickets available on Eventbrite. If you go to Eventbrite and you put in Kappa Alpha Psi Atlantic City Alumni Chapter, you can search for it that way, or you can contact any member of the Atlantic City, New Jersey Alumni Chapter. Tickets are $125, which I think is reasonable. You guys just had a conversation with Dr. Witherspoon. It's not about the price.
No,
right.
It's about the cause.
Not about the price, about the cause. We're coming together to celebrate so many wonderful community leaders, and that's really what it's about. That's really what it's about.
Yeah.
So how are the tickets going, though?
To be honest with you, tables are selling
so come on,
really
y'all.
well. We have exceeded our initial capacity. We've had to ask the Carriage House to increase that far. So we look forward to be a sold-out event.
That's a good problem.
Absolutely.
Right.
The attire is formal attire. Right, put on your best.
Put on your best.
Right, I got a suit made
of
just for that night.
That's what I was gonna say.
I was made just for that night.
Of course he did. That's the only reason why he want us to dress like that, because he know he gonna be right.
I'm the president. I gotta look like the president.
Look like the president, exactly,
and
man.
just because you're coming to rock with the Noops for the night, the colors are red and black.
Okay.
Red and black. You can do all black if you want with a little splash of red, or you can just do all black. It's up to you, but red and black.
Okay. And if you can't do none of that, just come clean.
Come clean. Try to put on all. Everybody has all black.
Everybody has
Everybody has black. You can throw some red. But yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to it, man, and I know my wife is looking forward. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a double special honor.
Well, Jennings is related to you, right?
Well, Thomas is my cousin.
Okay.
Thomas is my cousin, and you name somebody else.
Thomas' anniversary is
No,
right
that's what I
around
was
the
going
same
to
as
say.
ours.
It's a double, not just from
Okay.
our relationship as being cousins, but also the 10th, the day before, is our 44th
It's our
wedding
44th
anniversary.
wedding
Okay.
anniversary.
Okay.
And their wedding anniversary is what? 12?
Theirs is the.
Are they a
the
week
tw-
before or so
I
a
think
week
they
after?
might. A
It's
week
right
before,
around the same
Thomas
time.
and Cynthia's is right a week
Yeah.
before a week.
And I think they're
Yeah.
at 45 or 46.
No, I believe they're
48?
at 45.
Okay.
We're at 44 because they got married a year before us.
Yes.
And
So-
in Anchorage, Alaska.
So we're gonna be dressed because we're gonna be in anniversary mode as well.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna make it all
Yeah,
one
that's a
big
blessing.
thing.
When y'all say those numbers about your wedding anniversary, right, y'all make me feel young. Right? Y'all older than me. Your marriage is older than me. Right?
Yeah.
I'm 41 and y'all been married 44.
44.
Make me feel young.
Hey, look.
Congratulations.
Hey, look, we're
Thank
not new to the game. We true to the game. You know what I mean?
Listen, not too many people can say 44 years, right?
it's
I'm a
true.
therapist by profession,
Okay.
so I see a lot of it. Some people can't, after a year, they don't make it. So
Yeah,
44,
yeah.
congratulations.
And we
Yeah.
and we still like each other.
That's good. Yeah, I know. You take all these pictures every time y'all out eating.
This one right here, yes. Every time. Not sometime.
Dr. Presley, we appreciate you. We look, before they discover that you snuck away from work.
Oh, you kicking me out now.
Oh no, you good. I don't want you blaming
hang
nothing
as
on
long
me.
as you want to.
Right,
You might
right,
get the
right.
Hawks kept.
Hey,
Before I can't pay for my suit.
Hey, look, we got donuts over there. You can help make yourself at home.
Oh, you want me not to be able to fit my suit for the guy. I hear you. Trying to set me up.
But again, we're glad that the way you represent the Kappas. We appreciate the donation, of course, as you do
Absolutely.
every year. But we appreciate what you do in the community, and again, it doesn't go unnoticed. And particularly, I'm on this thing about not us just representing different facets of what we do that benefits humanity, but also culture.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think it's so important for us to be intentional, because we have people coming up behind us, young people and people that really, really are feeling disenchanted or disenfranchised or just disconnected, and they don't understand that. Wait a minute, we evolved from a people that's really about it. Really about it. I mean, for real.
Absolutely.
You came on one of the programs, community engagement, a couple of weeks ago with Tony Davenport and Stevie Young, and I caught that because I'm always listening. Believe that.
I know you are.
Even if I'm watching TV, I'm listening to the
zone
radio.
in, right?
I'm listening. I wonder who coming up in here,
Right?
And made a lot of good points about the community and different things that are going on in this and the other, and we welcome that. You know what I mean? Because we think we don't get enough of it. You know what I mean? Like some of the stuff that's going on in the politics, not just from federal, but right here in
Locally,
local.
correct.
And what happens is, and you can appreciate this, not when I say y'all, I don't mean you, but y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Absolutely.
But it's not dispensed
Shared.
to the community.
Absolutely.
And so now the community, and what this station is all about, spreading the gospel one song at a time and all of that stuff. But we want the community, and I'm always redundant when I say this because I say it over and over again, we want the community to be informed. We want you to be able to make
That
informed
awareness.
decisions.
Correct.
Aware. Now, you decide the way you want to decide.
right.
That's on you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I ain't no cap, no shade, none of
Right.
that.
Right.
But I think it's very, very important for us to be aware and informed. And a lot of times we're just not.
Correct. Information needs to be shared. Correct.
Information needs to be shared. So instead of just running around complaining, saying, well, he this, she this, and then it becomes a personality conflict.
Correct.
As opposed to addressing, what really
Getting an understanding.
Yeah, so, because most people, and I'll leave on this note, most people, particularly, they're passionate about their city and their community and the residents and their constituents and this, but because there's so much ism and schism that gets involved, and now people out in the street are not privy to the information because they just go by the innuendo
wrong
that's
impression.
spooned in the back rooms and everything. They don't know, so they just be like, well, he's my cousin, so I'm going to vote for him. Or I'm going to, as opposed to, wait a minute, you can't stand on issues.
Correct.
So when people come and avail themselves on this station, because we really believe that it really serves a purpose. And again, this is what your funds help to facilitate.
Oh, listen, we know we're sowing into good ground.
Yeah.
In many ways, you guys said when I first came in that I wear many hats. You guys wear many hats.
Yeah.
Like the Kappas, we use Beacon Hall all the
Yeah.
time, and it actually was if I can be transparent,
Sure.
it actually was an indictment on us when I became the president that we're going to other venues and we're paying a lot more money, and we have not only a black family but a saved family, right? That has a business that stepped out on faith to be able to help us, you know, have these particular things, and we're not utilizing it. Why are we taking our dollars and placing them in other places, other communities that don't care nothing about us? They don't give back to us. We don't know what they do with the money. And while we're there, we're not even getting our money's worth. When we go to Beacon Hall, your wife lays it
She
out.
sure does.
I'll be thinking I'm going to get another bill after she gets done. There's no concern. Your son comes and makes sure everything's okay. It's worth the money. Why are we not investing in our own communities? That's what we need to do.
You get 2 donuts.
I'm gonna be going to Men's Warehouse to get a suit because I won't be able to fit mine.
I know you'll be able to get that suit to one of our grandsons when I'm finished. But no, we appreciate that because you're spot on.
Right.
And again, likewise, we feel in kind the same way. Like you said, when you have your different events, whether we're recipient or not, we feel led and we feel convicted to support it just because we understand the backstories.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Understood.
You know, the scholarships that you give, and I remember one time they gave like 4 or 5 different people. They came over to the JoJo's.
Oh, right. Yep.
As a matter of fact, and gave 4 or 5 people $500 scholarships. Or
and we're still doing that. Brother Clinkscale has stepped it up a little bit. You know what I mean? We're still doing that. Those type of things, giving out 400 hams, 400 turkeys, 1,000 book bags. We're doing things, but people understand that costs. In order to continue to do that, we have to raise funds some type of way.
And that's why I don't like when people throw shade on things that they don't quite understand.
Correct.
With that said, I always invite you to, or whoever, to at least get us the information. Even if you don't come on or whatever, get us the information that this year you're getting ready to give 500 turkeys away, or
those are PSAs.
Those are public service announcements.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll put it in the book.
Because we want our public to know about it. We had a lady on here, a couple people. I think one was Linda Brathwaite. I think she was on here at one time, and she was talking about. I think she was talking about scholarships that they were giving away. That's like up to $5,000. And she said the only people that were applying for it, her and Stephanie Dixon. They came on here different times, and they said that they're giving away these like $5,000 scholarships, but the only people who were applying for them was people from North Jersey.
So we had a similar issue. When we give away our scholarships, we're right here in the community, and we were getting people from other communities that don't necessarily look like us that were applying. And, and we want to bless people that we know our struggle in our community. We want to be able to help those that live in our community. So we encourage those to apply. You know,
and these are people that are sown into your community too. They're part of the fabric of your community. So for them to benefit, it's only right. It's only right. Correct. So we thank you, man, once again for coming in. Thank you for the generous donation of $500 from the Kappas.
Amen.
And we appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you at the gala.
Absolutely.
And like I just told Dr. Thelma with the prayer breakfast, just make sure me and Lady Praise got a good seat. That's all.
I took notes when you were saying that. I was texting my committees. I was like, we're not going to have this problem. Please make sure Dr. Hawks' table is up front.
Look, because I know people, it's not that I'm anybody special, but I know people that know people.
Right.
Look, I don't sit in the back in church, so I don't expect to sit in the back.
Listen, I had just texted the committee.
I ain't got to be front and center, but I better be someplace close to the front.
You might be on the stage now.
and showing off my black suit with my white, black suit with my red, right. But no, we look forward. I'm serious about the seat though. But we look forward to being there, man, and celebrating a wonderful gala, a wonderful night. You guys do an awesome job, and thank God for you, your service to the community, and thank you again for this generous donation and to help us keep this station going.
Absolutely, and it is our prayer that you guys exceed your goal for today.
Amen.
And we will look forward to continuing the partnership.
Amen.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you so much.
That's work for you.
Absolutely.
But if you do want something to eat, there's some sandwiches in the back.
Oh, I didn't know we had sandwiches. I'm sitting there starving.
Now you want to take a break?
We have water too if you don't want some.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Lady Praise go. I'm gonna take real break. Yeah. I didn't know you had no sandwiches. I drunk a little
water.
No, a protein drink earlier. That's it.
Oh, you full now?
Not really. Thank you again, Brother Presley.
All right,
man. So you're the Kappa president, right there, right?
Yes,
Because I know Joey was the last term, right?
No, Joey was 2 or 3 terms ago. Well, Joey's a Paul Mark eternal. He's the president forever. He's been here so long. But about 2 or 3 people before me, brothers before me. Joey was.
Then. All right, then. Yeah. But Brother James Presley, he's the current president of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Atlantic City alumni.
Alumni. So we've been blessed to have him. They dropped off a generous donation of $500. Prayerfully, all of you can come out and support the upcoming gala. Do we have the dates and everything, Elaine?
Saturday, April the 11th.
Write it down because we're going to talk about it a couple times even after you go. So
I have it on.
Saturday, April 11th.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the day after our anniversary.
6 p.m. is the cocktail hour and 7 p.m. is the gala. Yes.
And this is so special because Elaine, when she found out that she was one of the honorees, because we were talking about going away, and when she found out she was an honoree, she was like, "Well, I might have to call them." And I'm like, "Oh no, absolutely not. If they thought enough to recognize you, you're going to be there. We just have to postpone our 44th honeymoon, 44th year honeymoon."
Y'all can go away that night.
We can't actually go to the end of April now because we got some other stuff
going on.
And I don't want to compete with spring break.
Right.
So we're just gonna go with
We just go, Lord willing, you know what I mean. But I can't wait because I was off my foot.
Right.
For a whole
moving good
year.
now.
Yeah. I can't do a 2-step, but I could do a 1.5. Thank you, Brother Presley, man. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank
All right, man.
I actually just sent you a text with the flyer, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah. Do it because we're going to talk about it a couple.
All right. Thank you.
All right. God bless, man. All right, so that was Brother James Presley coming in on behalf of the Kappa Alpha Psi and Fraternity Incorporated of Atlantic City chapter, and they dropped off a generous donation. Thank you for them, $500 on today, we're thankful to them, and
they've supported us every year.
They support us every year.
They always come in. If it's not Joey, it's Darren. This year we have James, but they always support. So we definitely appreciate it. We appreciate the collaboration.
Yeah, I was hoping to hear from Darren, but I know that he didn't want to get in the way of James coming in or whatever. But I was hoping to hear from Darren. Maybe I'll still hear from him before the day is out. But we're thankful for the Kappas. They do a great work, and again.
Yes.
We encourage you to get involved with what they're doing because everything they do is the benefit of the community and particularly the young people.
Yes.
And like I said, they give away not just full-blown scholarships.
And not just turkeys. When they give away turkeys, I think last year they did about 500.
Yeah, something like that.
And then, like you said, the book bag giveaway, and that stuff. That stuff costs. But the mission is to be able
for people to buy books.
Right, scholarships for school, and that matters because my niece in Georgia, she was looking into going into the reserve just to try to
get money for college.
Get money for college to make sure that she was able to go to college. So it's not just automatic for everyone. They have to get creative with, okay, now how am I going to pay the college? Now once I'm here, how am I going to get books? So organizations like this, those scholarships help.
They help out
and
they
definitely make a difference. So we definitely want to support them and all of their efforts, and just keep it coming.
Keep it coming, yeah. So we're still in the midst of our phone-a-thon, so you can still call in at 609-641-8870. We're going to read all of the donations that we got up until this point that we have on record. And Miss Renee, I'm sorry. Yeah, after that, I'm gonna give you something to eat. Yeah, as a matter of fact,
the Hawk's the only one you haven't had a break.
Yeah,
Look, I went out there and ate me a sandwich.
I didn't know we had sandwiches back there. I saw the donuts over there, which I definitely don't need no donuts. And I happened to bring me a protein drink, but that was about it.
No,
brother hungry about right now
back
too.
There, some chips. And
well, I'm gonna
some
let
water.
you read all of the names, and I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead and
go get you a little something.
And give me a little something. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. God bless y'all. Don't go nowhere. Please call in 609-641-8870. Share it. Now, once again, just by information purposes, if you tune into the 88.7 and you don't get us, it's because we having a technical glitch with that's been kind of ongoing, and we're working on that. That's where your money will be going to help get that back on track. But you can tune in on 100.3. 100.3, not 103, but 100.3. And of course, you can get us on Facebook Live as well. We're on to there, or the app. But 100.3, you can get us on. And call somebody, let them know that we're on the air. I know, a lot of people got our flyers, and then, sometimes you see them and don't see them. But let them know this is the day. We'll be here till 6 p.m. Raising money for this station and this great work, and we thankful for all those that have come before us and talked about the station in such high regard and relevance. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to get a sandwich or something, and you go ahead and do your thing, Lady Praise.
All righty. So I'm going to update on the donations, some of the donations that have come in thus far today. My mic is on? Yes? Okay. So we want to thank everyone here. We have Gary Fields from Gary's Restaurant in Pleasantville. They gave a donation of $350. We have Elder Charles and Brenda Goddard. They gave a donation of $350. We have Duran Alexanian in memory of his father Alex. He gave a donation of $500. We have Deacon Tony Donaldson. He gave a donation of $150. We have Deacon Marvin and Mother Yvonne Royal. They gave a donation of $50. We have our sister Ava McNair. She gave a donation of $100. We have Pastor Moselle from Bethlehem Missionary Baptist Church. He gave a donation of $100. We have Jeffrey Foster. He gave a donation of $100. Pastor Martin, previously of Pleasantville, but now by way of Texas, sent us a donation of $50. We have Bishop Donald Ashley. Thank him for a donation of $100. Bishop Michael Hayes out of Baltimore, Maryland. He gave a donation of $100. My bishop and Shepherd Mother Jerkins, they gave a donation of $200. We have Elder Adrian and Sister Rose Rowe and family. They gave a donation of $150. We have Gail Drinks in memory of her brother Curtis Drinks. She gave a donation of $100. My son, our youngest son, Christopher Hawks, Father and Sons Moving, gave a donation of $100. Kelsey and Kim's Restaurant, we have Kelsey and Kim Jackson. They gave us a donation of $1,000. Calandra Schaefer gave us a donation of $50 on behalf of herself and our grandson Nazipu. They gave a $50 donation. Pastor Hendricks and First Lady Hendricks gave a donation of $100. The Faith Baptist Church gave a donation of $250. Bishop Wandell Johnson came in and gave us a donation of $100. Sister Sybil Jerkins came in. Oh, no, she didn't come in. She sent us a donation of $50. Also, Westminster Christian Worship Center gave us a donation of $100. And you just previously heard from Elder James Presley. He gave a donation of $500, and that is on behalf of the Alpha Kappa. Wait a minute, I got to pull it up. Kappa Alpha PSI Fraternity Incorporated, and that's the Atlantic City, New Jersey alumni chapter. They gave a donation of $500. Also, we have more. So, I mean, we started off today at 8 a.m. I believe that we're here until 6 o'clock. So, you know, you still have time, my friend, to call us at 609-641-8870. If you don't want to go on the air, you can press extension number 2, and Sister Renee will take your call and your information. If you would like to go on the air, press extension number 1, and that will send you directly back here to the studio. So, continuing on with our donations, Michelle Stevenson, aka Sister Gal, gave a donation of $300. Kiva Cook gave a donation of $100. John Hart gave a donation of $75. Francine Stevenson gave a donation of $50. Gloria Stevenson gave a donation of $50. Marlani Taborla gave a donation of $50. Milan Blackwell, a donation of $25. Mulaney Blackwell, a donation of $25. Chris Hawks Jr. gave a donation of $25. Isaiah Hawks, a donation of $25. Travonda Johnson, a donation of $50. Zephaniah Johnson, a donation of $50. Deborah Dozier, a donation of $25. And a donation was given in the memory of the late Barbara Randall for $50. Also, Shayna Harris of Shay Cherie Creations gave a donation of $50, and Rudy Parrish also gave a donation of $20. So also, we have a donation from Brother Curtis Lackland. He gave a donation of $500. The Atlantic City chapter of the NAACP gave a donation of $250. Councilman Kaleem Shabazz gave a donation of $100. Council President Aaron Sporty Randolph gave a donation of $100. And then Dr. John Regis